Man, I just want the best fights, no matter who it is. Jaron, Ennis, Fundora, anyone with the belt. There's really not anyone in the top 10 that I haven't fought or that I haven't tried to fight. At this point, people just need to take the fights, and
Following his emphatic call-out, Virgil Ortiz Jr. declared he is ready to claim the super welterweight throne by hunting down world champions Jaron Boots Ennis and Sebastian Fundora, fiercely shutting down any ducking rumors by making it clear that he has never run from a fight in his life.
One, the fight doesn't happen with Jaron Ennis. Oh, I'm ducking the fight. Virgil Ortiz doesn't want to fight Jaron Ennis. Now we're calling him out. Oh, he's begging for the fight. What kind of logic is that? I just respectfully, that is just stuff that I deal with and other boxers deal with on a day-to-day basis. That doesn't make any kind of sense. I just don't understand how the gears are working up there. They're turning the wrong way. I don't get it.
However, Boots' father and trainer, Boots Ennis, quickly brushed the call-out aside, hinting that Ortiz's past promotional drama has landed him straight on the back burner.
We don't even think about him now. He made us wait. When Boots got in the ring, said we going to fight, sign a contract, and then all of a sudden, him and De La Hoya fell out, and now they all back together again. So what do you think that was? You know what I mean? At that time, they must didn't want to fight him, but you want sound him. You want someone come on in the ring and all that stuff. So, you know what I mean? I ain't said talking nothing bad about him, but that's the way it seemed to everybody now. You know what I mean? So he's on the back burner.
Promoter Eddie Hearn was quick to remind everyone that Boots' team previously bent over backwards to make this fight happen, accepting heavy B-side demands just to get Ortiz in the ring. He implies that Team Ortiz essentially ducked the matchup back then by throwing up ridiculous roadblocks, only for Boots to move on to bigger things.
Vergil Ortiz, outstanding fighter. That for me is one of the best fights in boxing. You've only got to listen to me 6 months ago talking about that fight, pushing that fight, trying everything. That's a wonderful fight, but Vergil doesn't have anything that Boots wants other than a big fight and a good payday. He's not chasing paydays, he's chasing legacy. But there's still a lot of people that want to watch that fight. So don't forget, we accepted that fight and signed for that fight. Boots had to take less money than Vergil Ortiz because they wouldn't take it unless he did. Boots had to be the B-side. They said it has to be Ortiz against Boots. I said, why? No one's got a world championship. No, we're not taking the fight unless it is. Okay. They even asked him to cut his beard and not wear colourful gloves. All of the things that he agreed to do to have the opportunity to prove he was the best.
Now that Boots has captured unified gold and reached superstar status, Hearn makes it clear that they won't be accepting those same weak terms anymore. If Ortiz wants the shot now, he's going to have to pay a massive premium because the leverage has completely shifted.
And luckily, we got the Xander Zayas fight. And now he's a unified world champion and one of the biggest stars in the sport. So again, it's not a case of tough luck, we're not fighting you. We will fight you. But as I said yesterday, today's price is not yesterday's price. Or is it yesterday's price is not today's price?
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
No, but I've switched it up. I think it's important. I want to give you original stuff. I don't want to just on the call.
When are you going to bring him back? The crowd loved him.
Leo Tank.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, he's 19 years old.
Boots also revealed that Team Boots already has their sights firmly locked on a massive unification clash later this year. He confirmed that a deal with Sebastian Fundora is practically locked in, leaving Virgil Ortiz on the outside looking in for their projected December showdown.
Well, if you listen to Boots, what's next? Boots already sound on Fundora. I think Fundora is one of the best fighters in that division, and Boots sound Fundora. So Fundora said he's going to fight Boots. So it'll probably be in December.
Adding fuel to the fire, Sebastian Fundora acknowledged the callouts, but immediately shifted his focus toward a different blockbuster matchup instead. It's becoming clear that both Fundora and Boots are completely freezing Virgil Ortiz out, preferring to settle their own business in the ring against each other.
Oh, there's a name calling me out right now, so I think Ennis would be the first one, for sure.
With the division's top matchups still up in the air, Sebastian Fundora made his supreme confidence clear by issuing a direct warning to both of his potential rivals. Regardless of who steps into the ring with him first, the towering champion is guaranteeing a dominant victory, where he is the last man standing.
Then each other. I'll beat them both. It's as simple as that. I'll beat them both. I think those are great fights. you know, great fights. Again, being of his own, all of us now. I think that's fights that have to happen now. You know, you're seeing him fight one time and me fight one time, and then the other one fight the other time. It's like, no, we gotta put these guys together, man. They need to bump heads, you know. But it's gonna be exciting. We're looking forward to that stuff.
Former world champion and analyst Sergio Mora disagrees with the current plans, firmly arguing that Boots versus Virgil is the ultimate fight that actually needs to happen next. However, he breaks down the harsh reality of why Ortiz's recent time out of the ring makes securing this specific matchup incredibly difficult right now.
Now 9 months separated us because of this legal dispute. 9 months is a long time, Annex. People forget quick. You got to remember, we're in the short-term business. Everything's red hot. Everything's social media. Everything's this. Now, you know, people need to be reminded, and we're not reminded because 9 months had to pass. A damn baby could have been born in 9 months. It's a lifetime, Annex, especially in boxing. So Virgil needs to remind people again, and guess what that means? He's gonna have to fight one more fight before we get the Boots fight. This is what this hiatus, this legal hiatus caused. And this is why boxing can never really strike when the iron is hot, because sometimes when this happens, something happens where one fighter looks bad, a cut delays something, an injury delays it even longer, or God forbid he loses. It was there for the taking, and now we have to wait even longer.
Mora notes that while this is the definitive clash the boxing world truly wants over any other, Ortiz's absence has severely hurt his leverage against a red-hot rival. Because Boots stayed active and elevated his status, Ortiz now faces an uphill battle at the negotiating table if he wants to skip the line and make this fight a reality.
It's business, and this is what happens when you step out of the limelight. You get slightly forgotten about, and the other guy takes advantage of your absence. And like you said, he has 2 sensational wins. Like you hear it all the time in business. What is it? Yesterday's price is not today's price, or vice versa, whatever it is. One guy has advanced financially and in popularity, and that's Boots Ennis. Virgil was red hot, and he's been red hot, and people love watching Virgil Ortiz fight. But that 9 months out of the ring, and if he waits until November, it's going to be a year out of the ring. That is not going to be red hot anymore. That's going to be, oh, Virgil's back? Great. That's why you have to hit it at the right moment, at the right time. So I agree. I don't think you should pay the red hot price right now. Boots demands a red hot price. Virgil demands the hot price, but the guy that is not as red hot as Boots right now. But if they would have done it right after that Erickson Lubin knockout, Virgil probably would have got more.
Virgil's trainer, Robert Garcia, weighed in on the heavily rumored clash between the division's top 2 champions. He didn't hesitate to give his definitive breakdown on who walks away victorious if Boots and Fundora square off next.
Look, Boots showed the heart, the skills, the power to be able to compete and dominate against any of the top 4-pounders. But he also showed that he gets clipped and he got hurt. So, him against Fundora, great fight. But I picked Fundora. Fundora it's been improving and getting better. Since he lost his fight and then became champion, he's getting better and better and better every time he fights. He's 6'8", 9", whatever, 6'9".
6'6", but still tall.
Tall motherfucker.
He hits hard, yeah.
He's got good power, and, you know, he's been knocked out, but how easy?
Mendoza.
Yes, but how easy are you gonna connect? How easy are you gonna? You know, it's not gonna be easy. Plus,
Erickson Lubin had some success too.
Plus, like I said,
but he still beat him. Yeah.
But this was before he became champion. Now that he's champion, he's getting better and better and better. So I picked Fundora.
When turning his attention to a potential showdown with Boots Ennis, Garcia issued an incredibly bold warning about his own fighter's power. He made a fearless prediction regarding exactly how Virgil would handle the unified champion if they finally step into the ring together.
Like, I'll tell you, I feel like Virgil knocks out Boots.
Virgil knocks him out. How many rounds, Robert?
When he lands.
So it could be 1 to 12, any of those.
I think.
Why do you say that? I agree.
And Boots has heart, man. He's from Philadelphia, but I think that's also something that could not help him, you know, because he has heart and he'll fight. He has heart.
Garcia was equally dismissive of the towering Sebastian Fundora, mapping out an even more devastating night for the unified title holder. He guarantees that Virgil possesses the precise equalizer needed to completely dismantle Fundora's offense in spectacular fashion.
I know Fundora got knocked out. And I just said it, Fundora's getting better and better and better. but I think Virgil is big enough and strong enough to hurt Fundora.
One body shot, it's over.
It's not an easy fight either. But yeah, you know.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. gave a highly analytical breakdown of the matchup, highlighting the one massive question mark that still surrounds Boots Ennis. While acknowledging Boots' flawless skill set, Jones stresses that Virgil Ortiz brings the exact kind of dangerous attributes needed to truly push the champion into uncharted territory.
I don't know yet, because we haven't seen Boots in against a guy that has touched him good enough to really test his chin. So we don't. That's the only thing we don't know about him yet. We don't know if he can take the real punch yet, because we haven't seen it. But as far as the skill goes, he got everything. And that fight could be a very difficult fight because he has everything. And when a guy is talented and has the skill level that Boots has, anything can happen, but don't get it wrong.
Boxing commentator Sean Zettel heavily favors Virgil Ortiz in a potential clash against Sebastian Fundora, citing a massive difference in offensive power. He uses their contrasting performances against common opponent Erickson Lubin to prove that Fundora faces a much more dangerous stylistic nightmare here.
That's a heat
I mean, I got a lot of respect for Fundora. But
that's a heat that Fundora hasn't had to deal with, right?
I just look at Virgil's defense tightened up a little bit, and the way he was countering so quick, and remember Zoo, even right before he stopped Zoo, busted his nose up and hit him with some bombs. Hit him at will before he got cut in the first fight. Mendoza stopped him. Styles make fights, but compare what Fundora did with Lubin to what Ortiz just did with Lubin last night. Fundora, like Ortiz, has gotten better.
Yeah, Lubin helped.
Yeah. Fundora fought a better Lubin. He did, but
yeah, he fought a better Lubin.
Lubin only 30. He's a shot.
Former champion Chris Algieri strongly defends Virgil's resume, explaining why the lack of a world title belt does absolutely nothing to diminish his ranking. He points directly to the brutal, high-level wars Ortiz has survived to prove he is already operating at the absolute pinnacle of the sport.
I think him not being a champion has nothing to do with him. He's been willing to fight all the guys. He's got good, solid wins on his record. He's fought really tough guys. The Madrimov fight was extremely impressive. He's the Bohochuk win, which a knockdown drag-out fight himself. So he's been tested. He's been in tough. We've seen him deal with resistance. So I can't call him a prospect. Just because he doesn't have a title doesn't mean, he's world class.
Algieri looks at the bigger picture in the super welterweight landscape, breaking down how the unique attributes of each top fighter create a thrilling tactical puzzle. He treats the division like a chess match, highlighting how the wildly contrasting styles of Boots, Virgil, and Fundora set up legendary matchups.
You got Boots, who's a fluid, side-switching, counter-punching, killer puncher. You got Vergil, who's a two-fisted destroyer, comes to get you.
Fighter Jaleel Hackett, who has shared the ring with Jaron Ennis, explains how Boots' unique athletic background gives him a creative edge that ordinary boxers simply don't possess. He breaks down why this rare versatility makes Ennis the ultimate threat to dominate anyone else in the weight class.
I think he is the guy to beat those guys. He's a very talented fighter, very versatile fighter, and he's an athlete. People take that out of the equation. A lot of guys we see when they climb the ranks, you check their background and they've always been boxers. So it's like the creative aspect isn't as wide compared to a guy who's a pure athlete who, played multiple sports growing up, still, funds around hobbies with multiple sports. Those guys that are like pure athletes, they tend to be better overall fighters, in my opinion.
Looking ahead to potential super fights against the division's other elite names, Hackett acknowledges the massive hurdles awaiting the champion. However, having felt that power firsthand, he remains completely confident that Boots will successfully clear every single obstacle placed in front of him.
Those will be challenges, but I think those are challenges where he will come out victorious.
Renowned trainer Coach Bredman envisions an explosive, short-lived firefight whenever Boots Ennis and Sebastian Fundora finally share the ring. He anticipates a tactical adjustment to overcome the towering champion's height, leading to a brutal, high-stakes shootout right from the opening bell. Analyzing a potential showdown with Virgil Ortiz, Bredman expects a much more measured, extended battle, dictated by punch selection and physical dimensions. While he expects the champion to ultimately dominate both rivals, he warns that this specific matchup will force Ennis to navigate some highly dangerous exchanges.
With him at some point and believe that he's the big dog in the fight, which he could be, you know what I mean? But we will have to see. I will pick Boots to beat Virgil, but I think he will have to be a little bit more careful with the exchanges. Yeah, but I think he knocks both off. I think he stops both, but I think they're just different kind of fights. I think the Virgil fight goes longer. I think the Fundora fight, with their kind of styles and the way that Boots will have to fight him. I think it's an early night.
Kenny Ellis isn't buying the hype about Ennis getting knocked out. In fact, the trainer believes Ortiz's aggressive style will completely backfire on him, predicting that the challenger will press forward early, only to get caught and dropped in the opening stanzas.
He got a right to his opinion, but I don't think he'll sleep Boots. I don't think he'll sleep Boots. Good fight, though.
Do you think he puts a better fight than Zayas?
I think he'll start faster, but get caught earlier. He got more. He bring.
He can start faster.
He bring more pressure than Xander. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Forecasting a clear-cut knockout, Ellis noted that Ennis won't have to chase anyone down, since Ortiz's only gear is pressing forward. This non-stop pressure will play perfectly into the champion's strategy, giving him the space to pick his shots until he lands the finishing blow.
I don't know if he's gonna get stopped faster, but I think he'll get stopped. Boots don't have to look for him. He's gonna be right there for Boots. He don't know no other way but forward. You know what I'm saying? Boots are boxing until you catch him.
Respected trainer Andre Rozier reveals exactly where his loyalty lies in a potential blockbuster showdown between Jaron Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. While acknowledging the immense, undeniable threat that Ortiz poses, he leans heavily on raw skill to predict who walks away victorious.
Oh, listen, I love the fight. I have to definitely side with nephew. Boots is, I think his talent is very, very, very good, and I think it's going to be difficult, but Virgil is a monster, so it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see it.
That wraps up how the sport's top trainers and fighters see these explosive matchups shaking out at 154 pounds. Can Jaron Ennis truly clear out the division, or will Vergil Ortiz and Sebastian Fundora prove to be too dangerous of a test? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Who walks away as the undisputed king? Drop your predictions down below and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a breakdown. The super welterweight division is on absolute fire right now, and we want to know who you're backing to rule them all.